Questions for Coach Collins?
Coach, it seemed like at the beginning of the game, through the first 16 and a half minutes or so, everything was going your way. You guys built a 27-point lead, but what do you think was the biggest key in that?
We came out focused and ready to play hard. And when we stopped playing hard, that's when things changed. And because good teams like UTEP continue to play and they don't stop, especially, one of the worst things and one of the things you want and one of the things you don't want is a big early lead. Because then you spend the whole rest of the game trying to either increase that or protect that lead, and it's tough. And so but the key, and talking about halftime, it doesn't matter about the score. It matters about how you play. And so it doesn't matter if we're up 2 or 20 or 200. It matters how you play the game. And we stopped playing the game somewhere in the second quarter the way we started the first and maybe half the second quarter. We've got to continue to play hard, and we've got to get down in a defensive stance and continue to box out and go after rebounds with 2 hands, all that stuff we talk about all the time. We just stopped doing that, and we all kind of thought we were just going to go get our points. And so that's something we'll watch on film. I told him at the end, I said, the best thing is sometimes you don't play well, and you still figure out a way to win, and that's all that matters, and we can move forward to Saturday.
Keeping that focus throughout an entire 4 quarters. I know some games you put together 2, some 3. Mm-hmm. What's the key in getting all 4 quarters now as you're kind of coming down the home stretch?
Well, again, I think it's maintaining that intensity on defense and not letting offense dictate how hard you play on defense. And we still do that sometimes. We take a lot of more pride in our defense, take a lot of pride in rebounding now, but we don't sometimes put the same effort into it that we need to. And so we'll watch that on film for a little bit, but we're going to move forward and get ready for UT San Antonio.
That first quarter, the defense was playing really well, 7 turnovers. You guys scored 13 points off those, and I know that's an area you guys have been focusing on improving in. To do it in all but 1 turnover to score off of that, how impressed were you with that? And what's it going to take to maintain that throughout the rest of the game?
And that's just what we have to do. With this team, we've gotten better. We've just got to become more consistent. We've got to become where we can. If we're going to beat really good teams, we can't have lapses like we have had tonight and then in the past. And so when we do that, we got a shot at being pretty good and beating some good teams. When we don't, we're pretty average. And so if we're going to maintain it, if we want to be really good, we've got to be more focused throughout the entire part of the game.
Alexis knocks down a few 3-pointers there in the second quarter. Mm-hmm. Since she's been inserted into the starting lineup, it seems like her production has improved with Sherry out. How have you seen kind of her game change throughout these last few games?
Well, it's partly because maybe she's starting. It's really because her minutes have increased because Sherry's not able to play, and because of that, it's allowed her to get in a little bit better shape. And she's still got some things that really cause her to get fatigued quickly, and so I'm still trying to manage her energy throughout the course of the game. But when she's rested and locked in, and I can tell when she gets tired. I know what happens. I can look out there and see what happens. But when she's rested and really locked in, she's tough to guard, and she's a pretty smart, heady basketball player.
Do you have any update on the Sherry Porter injury?
Yeah, she's doing well. She's in the gym, able to shoot a few shots now, so she's still working hard, doing a rehab, feels stronger. We're still day by day, week by week. She's not ready to go, obviously, right now, but we're hopeful that soon she'll be able to get back.
Do you think she'll be ready by Saturday?
Probably not. I wouldn't say absolutely not, but probably not.
DeeDee Gibbons came up with 6 steals tonight. How big is that she's contributing on both ends of the court?
Well, that's what she does. I mean, she's good. The great thing is Dee gets a lot of steals. The bad thing is Dee gets a lot of steals, which means sometimes she doesn't guard as well as she needs to guard. So we'll take the steals, but we've got to improve the ball defense and keep the ball in front of us more. And she's been doing a much better job of that. Sometimes I think she gets some steals and she's excited she wants to get another one, and so which is fine. But we need her. Right now she's one of our best, if not our best, ball defenders. So when she gets past the ball, we need a lot of help, and so we need Dee to stay in front of the ball as much as she can.
We've talked a lot about your experience throughout the year. Coming down the stretch when they cut it into single digits, Dee knocks down a big 3, and Merrill knocks one down in the corner. How much do you trust that experience in situations like this to close out a game like this?
Well, and that experience comes from we played maybe the most difficult non-conference schedule we've played here in a lot of years last year. And then we played another difficult non-conference schedule this year and did well. Beat some really good teams. Lost some games that maybe we would like to have another shot at, but we beat some good teams. I think that's how you get experience. You play, I told you, we were going to play tough teams. And we played tough teams, and so that's how you gain confidence. That's how you measure and check yourself and see where you are. I don't have any trust issues with our decision making on the floor. I think, if anything, there's times I want them to calm down. Sometimes we play a little bit too fast. Sometimes we need to recognize the time and score situation and make better decisions. But they all kind of know what they're good at doing, and they know they have the green light when they have the right shot.
Coach, you guys got off to such a quick start, such an incredible start, and then, as you mentioned, had some lapses that allowed UTSA to get back, UTEP to get back into the game. How do you make sure that doesn't carry over into Saturday's game against UTSA?
Well, that's what we talked about at the end of the huddle, that we played a great first quarter, didn't play great the next 3 quarters. And I said, but what really good teams do is they find ways to win when they don't play well. And at the end of the day, we won a ball game against a very good team in this conference. And our goal is to still get better and more consistent throughout the season and be ready for tournament time. And so we'll watch a little bit, see what we got to do better, and then we'll get ready we'll focus on UTSA and we'll move forward.
You know, Coach, didn't jinx you guys. Stay perfect at home. Tonight's the kick out.
Yeah.
How much more special does that make this game?
You know, I'm sure everybody in this room, including me, has been affected by cancer and breast cancer in their families, and so it means a lot to do something that brings attention, maybe raises a little bit of money to help, whether it's research or survivors or whatever you can do to help people. And so it means a lot. And we had the shirts printed, and everybody on the staff, everybody on the team wrote somebody that was affected by cancer on the back. And so it's personal. It's important, and I'm sure everybody in this room has gone through the same thing. So it's something that we like doing for our community, but more importantly for our families.
What's the early scouting report on UTSA?
You know what I'm going to say.
Yep.
I haven't watched any film on them yet. I've seen a little bit in watching film on other teams. I have a little bit of an idea, but I don't know, because I know it sounds like a coach speak, but it's one game at a time. And so when you ask me after the next game, I have no idea that what Marshall, I do have an idea what Marshall, we played them before. Marshall and FAU are our next 2 games. So yeah, that's right. After UTA San Antonio, we played everybody. So you can ask me after Saturday. It'll be fair. All right?
That's good.
Anything else? All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.